Hi everyone, welcome to Learn IT with Venkat, and this is Dr. Venkatesan. In this video, I am going to discuss you about port security, what is meant by port security, and how to configure this port security in your local area network. Before I start my configuration, I would like to brief about port security, what it means. The port security is the layer 2 traffic management used to control the traffic generated from your workstations, and the devices which are used for this configurations are layer 2 switches and layer 3 switches. And the main job of this port security is to allow the administrator to configure the switches to do two jobs. One is to limit and allow the traffic based on the MAC addresses of your end devices, and it will restrict the traffic generated from the workstation towards the switch interfaces, nothing but the ports, to fight against the intruders. Assume that if you are working in a company and all the end devices are connected to that switch through the fast Ethernet cable, which is your LAN network. If you are not providing this port security, then any devices could be able to connect with your network by simply connecting the LAN cable in your NIC card. So once that devices become the part of your network, that system is able to access, steal the company's data. So to provide the security to restrict the unwanted devices to enter into your network, so this port security is very important and most needed one to allow which devices are to connected and which devices are not to connected with your local area network. So for that, here I have taken simple topology to understand this port security configurations. So here I have three end devices pre-configured with the IP addresses which is given below: 192.168.10.2, 10.3 and 10.4, and my local area network gateway, the router configured with the IP address 192.168.10.1 for the interface fast Ethernet 0/0. So I am going to the switch. So go to CLI, here enable. First I am giving port, so port security. As of now I don't have any port security configured in my switch, and so running configuration, you could see there are fast Ethernet interfaces, nothing but ports, right from 0/1 to 0/24, and gigabits Ethernet 0/1 and 0/2. So which are all in the default state, no configurations are there. So now I am giving MAC address table. So as of now there is only one entry which is dynamically learned for the port number FA0/1, here 0/1 connected with your router. So once it has been connected with your router, your MAC address started learning it dynamically and platted the MAC address table with the MAC address of your devices connected to the switch. Now I am going to connect this PC1 to PC switch fast Ethernet 0/2, and this 0/2 I am going to configure for port security. So go to the switch, configure terminal, interface FA0/2. First, if you wish to configure the port security immediately, this command is restricted by your switch. Why? This port fast Ethernet 0/2, right now it is in dynamic mode by default. So first of all you have to convert or change this port mode to access mode, because this port is going to connect with the end devices, so it is going to be in the mode called access. So I am changing the mode of this port to access. Now if you give switch port security, it will accept. Then switch port security, as I told you before, this port security is going to perform the two operations, limit and allow, based on the MAC address. So switch port MAC address command give question mark. So how you can do limit and allow the traffic in terms of MAC address means, here two options. One, explicitly you can give the MAC address of your workstation, or you can give the command called sticky. Sticky means it will learn your MAC address and it will assign it in your MAC table in a static way. I already show you the MAC table learn the MAC address by default dynamic. If you have given the command called sticky, this will learn the MAC address and statically it will assign to the port FA0/2. I will show you here. So here I am taking it as sticky. And next command, switch port security to limit. So maximum question mark. So how many MAC address this port could support? So maximum you can give 132 MAC addresses. But for example, here I am going to limit the access of this port to the maximum of MAC address 2. So maximum port address, this port will support 2. The last command, switch port security violation. What is violation? If this port is learning the third MAC address, then it violates the rule which you have given it before. So when it leads to violation, what violation I have to configure, what mode I have to enable? By default, the violation is shutdown. You can give restrict and you can also give protect. I will show you what is the difference between these three modes. So let it be the default one. I am not going to configure anything. So it is by default, it is going to behave shutdown. End command WR to save it, and now give show port security command to visualize what configuration you have done. So here you have chosen fast Ethernet 0/2 and maximum of MAC address allowed is 2, and as of now there is no count encountered in this fast Ethernet 0/2, no violation also, and default violation security action is shutdown. Now go to this PC, command prompt. Now this PC is going to ping the gateway 192.168.10.1. Yes, it connected with the router. Now go back to your switch and give the same command, show port security. Now you could see the difference here. Before it was count 0, now it count 1 encountered from the PC 1. Now I am giving the command called show MAC address, whether this MAC address added in my address table, MAC address table or not. Yes, I added the MAC address of my PC1. And as I told you before, you have given sticky, so it learned the MAC address and it stored it in your MAC address table statically. By default dynamic, but once you have given sticky, it will store it static in the port FA0/2. How I am saying it learned it through sticky. So running configuration, and here you could see you have configured sticky, and this MAC address is stick on to this port number. This is the first MAC address. Now what I am going to do, I am going to disconnect this link and I am going to establish the link between switch 1 and PC2. Now this PC, command prompt, same job. This PC is going to connect your router 1. Yes, this PC also able to connect the gateway. Now if you go to the switch and give show port security, now you could see the count incremented to 2. So as of now, no violation because maximum count is 2, and now the current address learned also 2. Give the command show MAC address table to check the MAC addresses. Yes, here you could see FA0/2 0/2 2 address learned statically, and give the command called show running configuration and look at your running configuration FA0/2. Here 2 MAC address learned in your interface. Okay, fine. Now I am going to disconnect this cable and I am going to violate the rule by giving the connection to PC3 to the switch in the port FA0/2, and now you could see still the port is up. Now this PC, just moving it for better visibility. Go to PC3 command prompt, ping 192.168.10.1. Look at this port also. Once this PC start connecting your router, you could see here your port shut down here. This is the default behavior of port security. So when the violation occurred, the port automatically shut down. So if you go to this switch and give the command show MAC address table, see that 2 learned MAC address for the port number FA0/2 removed from that entry. Now give the command show port security, and here you could see the violation count incremented by 1. So this is the count incremented, first violation happens and the port shut down here. Now I am going to remove this port and giving the connection back to the PC2. But even though you have given it to the PC2, which is allowed, but still the port is in shutdown mode. So for making this app, what I have to do, go to configure terminal, interface FA0/2, give the command shutdown and no shutdown to up. Okay, end WR. Now you could see the port becomes up. Okay, now if you give show MAC address table, now you could see FA0/2 having 2 entries, and so port security, now there is no violation, and give the command show port security interface FA0/2 to see the detailed configurations. So here you could see interface FA0/2 port security enabled, and default mode is shutdown mode. Now I am going to change here configure terminal, interface FA0/2, the violation mode I am going to change it. So switch port security violation, as I told you, I am going to give the second mode called restrict. Okay, what is the use of restrict and what is the behavior of restrict? Restrict also going to blocks the traffic, but it will not shut down the port. It will restrict the traffic from the violated device or blocked device, but it will not shut down the port. That is the difference between shutdown and restrict. Let me check. Exit WR, give the command show port security, and here as of now there is no violation, and the action, security action, violation action is restrict. Now remove the connection and establish the connection with the blocked PC. Now give forward and do the same job here. Try to ping the router, and now also this PC can't able to connect the router, but this port not shut down. You could see here request timeout, this PC not allowed to connect your gateway, but the port not shut down. That is the difference between restrict and shutdown command. Now look at so port security, see the violation count incremented 1 by 1 because it generated 4 requests, 4 attempt to connect your router, so the violation count incremented to 4, 1 2 3 4. So that is the nature of restrict. Now configure terminal, interface FA0/2. now I am going to change the switch port violation to the third option, which is protect. So what is the nature of protect? This protect will also block the traffic from the PC restricted PC, and it will not shut down the port, but it will not increment the violation. That is the difference between restrict and protect. Restrict will increment the violation count, but protect will not increment the violation count. That is the difference between these two. Let me check. And WR, give the command. So port security as of now 4. Okay, now go to the PC, give the same command, try to connect with your gateway. Now actually this is trying to connect with you. We connect your gateway, so that violation count has to be increased, supposed to be increased. Let me check. Okay, so here 4 times this PC tried. Let me give the same command. So port security, see, it will not increment it, still it maintained 4. Even if you have given any number of times, the violation count will not get increased. Fast forward. So now also this PC tried 4 times, but if you give so port security, it will not increment the count. So this is the difference between protect, restrict, shutdown. Shutdown, immediately it will shut down the port and increment the violation count. Restrict, it will not shut down the port, but it will increment the count. Protect, it will not shut down the port and it will not increment the count, violation count. That is the difference between these 3 modes of port security violations. Hope you all understand. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe the channel for getting the new videos of Learn IT with Venkat. Bye bye.